Howdy, folks. Here we are again on the Gospel Porch. We are so glad you decided to tune in today. We've got an exciting program today with the Doucettes, and we're going to give you a little information about them as we go along the program today. But again, it's a pleasure for us to come and offer these bluegrass gospel songs. Every time we find a group that just sort of ministers to us, we feel like it'll minister to you. So today, we hope you sit back and enjoy yourself and get you something to drink, a glass of iced tea. Of course, cool as it's been the last day or two, maybe a little cup of hot coffee. But we're going to start off today with the one called I Know by the Doucettes, and sit back and enjoy.
I know, Jesus came and saved my soul. Now I'm on my way to heaven where the milk and honey flows. I know. I am on a journey to a land so bright and fair, where there is a place prepared for me. It started at an altar, down on my knees in prayer. Jesus came and set me free. I know, Jesus came and saved my soul. Now I'm on my way to heaven where the milk and honey flows. I know. Savior, or perhaps you've lost your way, take some good advice from me. Just let the Spirit lead you to the rugged cross today. You'll find blessed victory. I know, Jesus came and saved my soul. Now I'm on my way to heaven where the milk and honey flows. I know. Jesus came and saved my soul. Now I'm on my way to heaven where the milk and honey flows. I know.
Well, I guess you could tell right now this is a family group because a tight harmony, and man, they're awesome musicians too. Excited to have these guys today, and there's a female voice in there, but according to what information we received, we didn't get her name, but I guarantee you she's filling her spot in very well. As we begin to listen to these people, you have to take into consideration that when God calls people into a ministry of music or a ministry behind the pulpit preaching or an evangelist or a missionary, it takes dedication. And these guys and gals here have been dedicated for a long, long time. They're out of Canada. I was just reading the bio that they're out of British Columbia, and my goodness, they found their way to Texas. And when they got to Texas, I guess they just decided to take roots there, and that's where they come from. That's where they're based from now. As a tender age, they all began singing in church under the strict guidelines of David Armistead, and developed a love for the instruments and began to pick up the instruments as they went along. They do play their own instruments. Bass is played by Hayden. Harlan plays the guitar. Henson plays the fiddle. And there's Hudson plays the banjo, and Holton plays the mandolin. So there's a lot of H's in there. And we'll just have to call the sister Honey, since we don't know what her name is proper. And we do apologize for that. But we're glad to have this group with us today via the internet, and we hope that you're enjoyed it. The next song talks about Cast Aside, and listen to the message in this song by the Doucettes, Cast Aside.
Cast aside your troubles and lay your burdens down at the feet of Jesus and rejoice in what you found. Joyous life, so happy in the Lord I shall abide. Cast aside, my brother, all your troubles cast aside. Cast aside, my brother, all your troubles cast aside. Live your life for Jesus and forever you'll survive. Cast aside, my brother, all your troubles cast aside. Have a home in life eternal when your troubles cast aside. Waiting over on the other shore, when this life of pain and sorrow will be gone forevermore. And I'll soon be going over Jordan deep and wide, to be with my friends and loved ones, with my troubles cast aside. Cast aside, my brother, all your troubles cast aside. Live your life for Jesus and forever you'll survive. Cast aside, my brother, all your troubles cast aside. Have a home in life eternal when your troubles cast aside. Troubles cast aside. Live your life for Jesus and forever you'll survive. Cast aside, my brother, all your troubles cast aside. Have a home in life eternal and your troubles cast aside. Have a home in life eternal and your troubles cast aside.
Yep, that's what the good book says. Cast all your cares upon him because he does care. And I'm glad he always knows how to carry our burdens. So just cast your troubles aside and let's have a good time with bluegrass gospel music today. And a few of these we're going to be playing a couple of them back to back. I think the theme is probably there in both songs, so you'll pick up as we go through. And again, let me just sort of comment about this group. You noticed in the last frame that we had their picture up there, how clean cut, nice looking kids. And so I appreciate the standard they have. And I've tried to look again. I saw it one time that what church they attended. It's, let me find it here. Shady Acres Baptist Church in the town of Waller, Texas. So these are all good Christian young people, and they sound good. So let's get on with some more music. And the first one says, "Here's Lord, here's my basket," and the second song is "Gather up the fragments."
Multitude had gathered on a hill near Galilee to hear the words of Jesus and his miracles to see. But as the day wore on, his disciples came to say, "There's not enough to feed them, Lord, would you send them away?" But from a little In each and every life, there's a basket filled with goods. Although it may not be used exactly as it should, so many throw it all away or keep it for themselves, while others never use it. They just place it on a shelf. Lord, I know that what you've done for me, my basket can't repay, but maybe with it you could feed some hungry souls along the way. Lord, here's my basket. It's not much, I know, but take it and use it. Please don't refuse it. Maybe it will grow. Although I could keep it, I'll give it to you. So Lord, here's my basket. You don't have to ask, it's the least I can do. Although I could keep it, I'll give it to you. So Lord, here's my basket. You don't have to ask, it's the least I can do. Once upon the mountain near the Sea of Galilee, Jesus looked upon the people. He knew their every need. He fed them there with 2 small fish and 5 small loaves of bread. Then he turned to his disciples. With tenderness he said, gather up the fragments, go find what now remains. With the baskets I have given you, go seek them in my name. Though what's left may seem of little worth, the prize is worth the cost. Gather up the fragments, that nothing now belongs. Today we see the multitudes, they wander in the night. We have the truth to give them hope. Our God can give them light. The Lord now gives us baskets to bring them to the cross. We must give our all for them, no matter what the cost. Gather up the fragments, go find what now remains. With the baskets I have given you, go seek them in my name. Though what's left with the baskets I have given you. Go seek them in my name. Though what's left may seem of little worth, the prize is worth the cost. Gather up the fragments that nothing now belongs. Gather up the fragments that nothing now
You know, God is not willing that any should perish, but all would come to salvation. And what an awesome line in that nothing would be lost. To gather up the fragments. What a powerful song. Just to show you a little their credentials and their awards. In 2014, the Rocky Grass Mandolin Champion, and in Texas State Guitar Champion in 2015. 2015, they won another mandolin championship in Texas. 2016, the U.S. National Mandolin, they scored second place, and third place in 2017. So they've been up there in the rankings. And these guys are just, I just like their style. The gal has got a sweet, tender voice, and just bringing that message through loud and clear. And I see something in this group that I see in a lot of the groups we play, is that they just have a love for music. They really do just have a love for music. And when that music lifts up Jesus and promotes the salvation message, you know, that's what's important to us. So moving right along, and the next one is it's worth it. And we know if you serve the Lord. Did I miss one? I think I made a mistake.
Good place.
I think I made one mistake today. We'll just chalk that up as me being human. We skipped ahead to Good Place is the next song we're going to play. Worth It'll be after that one, and but this one's called A Good Place. Listen to it today.
Rejected and afraid, you feel so all alone. Your soul is crying out for a place to call home. This world has torn your dreams apart and left you in the cold. Oh, but something led you here today to a love that you can hold.
This is a good place, this is God's place, this is where your heart belongs. A place of forgiveness, a place for the broken, a place where the healing has begun. So bring all your scars and give them to Jesus. He will wipe away your tears. This is a good place, this is God's place. You can leave your burdens here. You're haunted by your past and the places that you've been, mistakes that you have made. They seem to have no end, but here you'll find a family place where the healing has begun. So bring all your scars and give them to Jesus. He will wipe away your tears. This is a good place. This is God's place. You can leave your burdens here. Here with the love that never turns and walks away. Here in the presence of the Savior you'll find grace. This is a good place. This is God's place. This is where your heart belongs. A place of forgiveness, a place for the broken, a place where the healing has begun. So bring all your scars and give them to Jesus. He will wipe away your tears. This is a good place. This is God's place. You can leave your burdens here. This is a good place. This is God's place. You can leave your burdens here.
Good place. This one says worth it, and it is going to be worth it.
Lord, you left the splendor of heaven, a crown, a robe, and a throne. But what kind of love would lead you to leave safety of that kind of home? I know that you willingly suffered, but why would you suffer for me? I know what I am, and I don't understand how I could be worth Calvary. When you knew I was lost, and you knew that a cross was the price you'd have to pay. When we cried, crucify, Lord, you didn't have to die, but you did it anyway. Now I'll never see what you saw in me, 'cause you knew I would never be perfect. But I'm just so glad that somehow you thought I was worth it. Lord, sometimes I feel like a vessel, just useless old pieces of clay. But somehow you saw more, something worth dying for. You paid more than you should have paid.
When you knew I was lost, and you knew that a cross was the price you'd have to pay. When we cried, crucify,
What an awesome thought that if we were the only one here on this earth, Jesus would still come and offer us the plan of salvation and give us an opportunity. He knows that it's not our good, but it's His goodness, and He saw that we were worth it. You know, when He robed Himself in flesh and was born in that Bethlehem stable, He knew all along the years growing up that His end would be the cross. And you know what, today the cross is more than just a symbol, and it's more than just a piece of jewelry we hang around our neck or wear it on a bracelet. The cross was that altar of surrender and sacrifice, where the blood was given freely. It wasn't taken from Him. He laid His life down for us because He knew we was worth it. And today I struggle in my own life trying to repay and trying to give back to God for the great price that He paid for me, but I can't do that. There's no way that I could ever balance the scales because He done so much for me. But I try with my life. I try with my testimony, with the words that I say to people and the kindness, and I try to be considerate and compassionate. You know, we live in a world today, there's a whole lot of mean folks out there, and there's some good folks too, and thank God there are good folks. But in the midst of all the mean and the ugly in the world, we have a beautiful Savior that loves us and cares for us. I like to pray today that I just feel led today to pray for a specific area in people's lives. And so just bow your hearts and heads with us right now. Lord, I know that there are those today who struggle with self-esteem and low self-esteem, and they feel like maybe they're not worth anything, that their life has just been spent and wasted. But God, I do believe that every one of us are put on this earth for a purpose. And I believe, Lord, as much of a mess that we've made of our lives, you can come into that mess and you can straighten our lives out and help us to be better. God, I know that there are things that we struggle with every day. We struggle with not knowing if people like us or love us, and there are so many today that are in broken homes and broken relationships. But God, I pray today that You'll become that one that'll move beside them and wrap your arms around them right now. Let them know that they're worth the price that You paid on Calvary. It was not an accident, God, that they tuned in today. I believe it was a divine appointment that You chose for them to listen right now. As I begin to pray this prayer, God, I pray that You'd help them to say, Lord, take my life. Let this day be a start. Let this day be a new beginning. I'm going to forget about the past, forget about my yesterdays. But God, You're going to be with us in our tomorrows. Tell them right now that they're important to You and they are of value. In Jesus' name, I pray. And I just want to counsel you today to be kind to somebody. You know, it don't take any extra effort to be kind. Matter of fact, it takes more effort to be ugly to people than it does to be kind. You know, I've seen a lot of people, the last few months, and of course they see the result of what I'm going through, and it seems to sort of trigger a little bit more compassionate, more kindness. But if we look into the heart of people and see how they're hurting and see how the disease of sin has taken things from them, we should be that much compassionate or more compassionate to them that are lost without Jesus. You know, I don't understand. I don't know. I really don't understand why people don't want to serve the Lord. Oh, I know they say, well, it's a lot of do's and don'ts and things you got to give up. We don't have to give up a thing to serve the Lord. Matter of fact, I'll be honest with you. If you really choose to serve Him, things will leave. They'll drop off your life. You won't have to give them up. They'll give you up. But today, I trust that you're listening to the words of these songs, and they're ministering to you. And I'm excited. I really am excited to know that we have a God that cares and understands and loves us as much as He does. Moving right along, I'm getting a little chatty here, so I'll move right along to the next song and listen to it. And I guarantee you it'll bless you too. All Along.
Time just drifts away, and as I look back on the years, memories of happiness and bitter tears. Through it all, there was a common thread that cannot be ignored. You were there, teaching me to be your servant, Lord. All along,
has a journey along. Good friends and a family and a place to call home. The church where I worship, my Bible I read. My Lord is taking good care of me.
When Satan comes tempting and he brings up my past, I say I'm forgiven and it's buried at last. The bloodshed at Calvary now speaks for me. My Lord is taking good care of me.
I'm never forsaken, I'm never alone. And one day I'm moving to my brand new home. I'm blessed beyond measure, just look close, you'll see. My Lord is taking good care of me. I'm never forsaken, I'm never alone. And one day I'm moving to my brand new home. I'm blessed beyond measure, just look close, you'll see. My Lord is taking, my Lord is taking, my Lord is taking good care of me.
Yes, he is taking good care of me. That's an awesome fact that he never leaves us nor forsakes us. He's always there, even to the very end. What a promise, and what a faithful God that we serve. My goodness. We appreciate you watching today and just sharing us, and give our little plugs right now. And if you're watching by Facebook, and of course, you know what all the details are. Facebook at the Gospel Porch. And we want you to like us and to follow us and to share us and tell people about us if you're a Facebooker. And please do that. If you're on YouTube, we want you to subscribe and ring the little notification bell. We have been really treated very well on YouTube. People have been responding. And thank you for subscribing. We need to know that. So we sort of keep a little tally of how many folks that are listening and watching our YouTube channel. And that way, it just gives us a little sense of encouragement to know that there's people out there that love this music. We're trying our best, folks, not to let bluegrass gospel music be a thing of the past. And, up here in Mountain View, Arkansas, it's called the folk capital of the world, but there's a lot of bluegrass goes on around here. And, of course, we're coming up, on a lot of our festivals and different things. Big name groups have come in. We have a 1,000-seat auditorium here in our town where they have the Ozark Folk Center. And that's where they bring in groups. But all around the town square and the courthouse downtown, Pick and Park, dozens of groups come in. And we just have good jams. And it's a good, clean family environment. We have a motorcycle rally that comes in. Sometimes we have as high as 5,000 to 10,000 bikes come in this little old town. And the nicest bunch of guys and gals ride these Harleys. And sometimes we see the do-rag on them and want to try to label them as bad people, but they're not. They're super guys and super gals. And the police department told me, and one of the police officers said, when the bikers come to town, they don't have to worry about anything because they all police themselves and they behave like ladies and gentlemen that they really are. So we have a busy town at times, and got a busy program today on the Gospel Porch. And I like that one. The Lord is taking good care of us. And if you'd like to just drop us an email, do that. We'd like to hear from you. Please, thegospelporch@gmail.com. Thegospelporch@gmail.com. And a little, subscribe on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and give us a little note. And we'll be glad to answer you back and prayerfully consider everything that you say and tell us and request of us. A few more songs today, but man, the time is flying by today. It's so quick, and but we're having a good time listening to the great gospel bluegrass music of these people. So the next two we're going to be playing back to back, and I'll be back here in a little bit. But listen to the next song and just let it get a hold of you here. It's a little quickie, a little fast one.
This old world's no place for living. Not enough care, not enough giving. Sometimes clouds of sin and sorrow hide away. But this life of storm weather ain't gonna be my home forever. Gonna be moving one of these days.
I'm gonna be moving, moving away.
Gonna be moving one of these days. When I leave this life behind me, troubles and cares are never gonna find me. Gonna be moving one of these days. One of these days. Crying, no more sickness, toil, or dying. Joy awaits me in that mansion far away. And when I rest from all my labor, the Lord's gonna be my next door neighbor. Gonna be moving one of these days. One of these days.
So I'm gonna be moving, moving away.
Gotta be moving one of these days. When I leave this life behind me, troubles and cares are never gonna find me. Gonna be moving one of these days. One of these days.
I'm gonna be moving, moving away.
Gotta be moving one of these days. When I leave this life behind me, troubles and cares are never gonna find me. I'm gonna be a moving one of these days. One of these days.
I'm headed for that city where the saints will never die, and there'll be no sorrow winter in that mansion by and by. John saw that holy city coming down from God above, and there'll be no sorrow winter, only joy and peace and love. I'm headed for the city where the saints will never die, and there'll be no sorrow winter in that mansion by and by. How I long to see my Savior. He's the one who died for me. Up on top that rugged mountain, there they nailed him to a tree. I'm headed for that city where the saints will never die, and there'll be no sorrow winter in that mansion by and by. I'm headed for the city where the saints will never die, and there'll be no sorrow winter in that mansion by and by. I'm headed for that city where the saints will never die, and there'll be no sorrow winter in that mansion by and by.
pretty good. And we thought you'd like to hear just a little bit of their instrumental talent, and my goodness, they were smoking. And that was the same song, Headed for the City, but they just come back on a good old jam time, and they are talented, but not only talented, but I feel that anointing on their lives. I appreciate this group today. We've got one more song, and it seemed like the last few songs were talking about going to heaven. And I guarantee you, heaven's going to be better than this. And I'm ready. I trust that you're ready today, too. So we're going to play one more song, then I'll come back and say our goodbyes. But I want a shout out to our church and to our pastor, Brother Sister Myers. They've come back from their little anniversary trip. And we're in association with the Sanctuary UPC of Mountain View. Awesome church. Glad that we go there. Found the family that loves us and the church family that cares for us. And we got an awesome pastor, really do. If you're looking for a church, exciting, we got an awesome praise team, wonderful music, 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon service, and a 7 o'clock Wednesday. We also have a men's Bible study on Tuesday, and the women are always doing stuff, and young people, and we have youth groups and all kinds of Sunday school programs. And we're just a well-balanced, well-rounded church here in Mountain View, Arkansas, the Sanctuary UPC. And follow us. Look, if you want to watch us online, we have our services online, and you're welcome to follow us. Please do. Thank you, Pastor Myers, for letting us fly the flag today. And welcome back. Glad you're here. Glad you're back in town. Good to see you. And the pulpit Wednesday night. The last song we're going to play, I started to sing. I don't do much singing anymore, but I can pat my foot a little bit. But I'm on my journey home, and we're all on our journey home. It's just a matter of time. We don't know when our end's going to be, but some sooner than later. But whenever that time comes, we could say, you know what? Take me home, Jesus. I'm ready. So listen to the last song. And I'll be right back to say my goodbyes.
I am on my journey to a country I have traded this land for new. Just a few more days for me to travel, and that land is now in view. Canaan land, I'm on my way. Open up those pearly gates. Ring the bells out and long. I am on my journey home. Just as I cross the Jordan River, what joy is waiting me. I will say goodbye to sin forever, over death and victory. Canaan land, I'm on my way. Open those pearly gates. Ring the bells out and long. I am on my journey home.
Yeah.
Canaan land, I'm on my way. Open those pearly gates. Ring the bells out and long. I am on my journey home. I am on my journey home.
Man, that was good. That was one of those foot stomping ones right there. You've been listening to the Doucettes today from Texas. Now they're based out of Texas. And I know you enjoyed it because I did. If I enjoy it, and I believe you'll enjoy what I like. We're so glad that you joined us today. And again, come back next Saturday, or just everything's out there on YouTube. You can watch us anytime you get ready to watch us over and over again. And just jump on the porch with us and let's have a good time. Until next time, we want you to be watching for the Doucettes. I was wondering, he was giving me a prompt. I was trying to see what the prompt. Oh, I guess he's talking about the bookings for bookings. And of course, I don't have my glasses on again, so it's hard to see the little writing. But for booking, the booking information is there on the screen. And if you'd like to have this group come to your church or whatever, just give them a line, give them a call, and I'm sure they'd be glad to come. But until next time on the Gospel Porch, we're going to say goodbye for now. And as always, keep us in your prayers. We'll pray for you. We love you. Until next time, this is Gary saying, God bless. I love you. Bye-bye.